book, 10 days for the second book. So let's start. Okay. So what is the very first thing in grammar? The 8 parts of speech. Take out your notebook, all of you. Take out your notebook. Start making notes also as I'm saying all of this. Okay. So the first heading you can put is grammar and the first subheading under that you can put parts of speech. Parts of speech. What are we learning about? We are learning about parts of speech. Copy this. Nouns, verb, adjective, adverb, pronoun, preposition, conjunction, interjection, numeral, article or determiner. Start with this. Noun, verb, adjective, adverb, pronoun, preposition, conjunction, interjection, numeral, article or determiner. Article or determiner. ठीक है? Determiner. Article or determiner. Then Allah. They are two different things. They are two different things. Okay. Articles are nothing but a and. They are articles. Determiner are the. These English, when you start learning English, you will realize that English actually is a very simple subject. English is a very simple subject, but when we start learning English, you will see that these English they have a lot of big names. Article, determiner, interjection, conjunction. You will get scared. Conjunction and or the words. Join chain. Okay. So don't get worried looking at these names. Okay. Yes. So these are called parts of speech. Why are they called parts of speech? Because any sentence that you create might have all of them, some of them, or few of them. Okay, but whenever you're creating any kind of speech or any kind of sentence or any kind of communication in English, you will need to use any one of these blocks. So consider them as blocks. Okay, with which you construct a sentence. That's all. Okay. Now, the problem that most Indians face with these parts of speech is because your native language. What is your native language? Yours is Malayalam. Okay. Most of you, it would be Malayalam. All of you it would be Malayalam. My native language is Hindi. My mother tongue is Hindi. I have learned Hindi as a child, not Malayalam. I was there in Delhi. Okay. So, most Indians, even though our native languages are different, Hindi originates from Sanskrit. Malayalam originates from Sanskrit. If you go back, you will find somewhere it starts from Sanskrit. Okay. Now in Sanskrit, these parts of speech are a little bit different. Okay. So because of that, you all would have a slight difficulty in transforming yourself from your native language grammar to your English language grammar. In that case, the biggest mistake that people do is whatever they read, they will translate that in Malayalam in their mind. That is wrong. Because grammar is different. Whatever translation you do in your mind, it might be wrong. It might change the meaning. So read English in English is what I am saying. അത് ട്രാൻസ്ലേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നതാണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ തകരാറ്, നിങ്ങളുടെ തെറ്റ്. adi cheyyalla. Do not do that. When you're reading English, read it in a sense of English. To have that, you need to understand English grammar. You need to know what is English grammar and follow that. Okay. That is why it becomes important to learn what is a part of speech, how they are used, where they are used. Okay. Now, this is not something that is new to you. You have all learned it from childhood. So the first 5 days of these classes, they'll be very simple. We'll just glide through it. Okay. The first book is very simple. We have all learned it in school. So I need a lot of participation from everyone. This is an exercise based class. So I'll be asking questions, lot of questions. So all of you should be able to answer it as well. Okay? Be participative. Okay. So parts of speech. Manslailo, what is parts of speech? Okay. Now coming back to our book. These are all the parts of speech that you see. These are all the units that you see that we'll be covering here in this book. Okay. Okay. So starting with the first one. Now let's go through it quickly. The first one is noun. That is what we are discussing. So put a heading noun. Nouns are of two types. One is a proper noun, one is a common noun. So write noun and make two arrows under it, left and right, two arrows. One side write proper, the other side write common. Okay. Write the heading noun. Make two arrows left and right. One side make write proper, one side write common. Proper nouns are nothing but names. Okay. So proper nouns, there is just one rule with proper noun, that it should start with a capital letter. Okay. So just under that, just write capital letter. Proper noun, under that just write capital letter. Look at few examples here. Proper nouns are given: Mr. Mexico, Mr. Finch, English, McGraw-Hill. McGraw-Hill is a name. American Airlines, December. December is a name of a month, right? Now, if you have to write month, which is also a noun, which is a common noun, but December, which is the name of a month, is a proper noun. So you write December with a capital D. Okay, this is something that you know since childhood. So can I move on? Let's do one exercise. France, what is it? Proper or common? Wait. Proper. Rope, proper or common? Common. United States, proper. Professor Hall, why common? It's in capital letters. It's not a Professor Hall. It's a name of a person. Professor Hall. How did you identify that it is a name? By looking at the capitals. First look, everything seems easy, right? Yes. Okay. Professor and then a common. So what is the one trick that you are identifying here? Capital letter aaning here, proper. Allingla, common. Clear? Done? What about the Olympics? It's a name.
Proper.
Proper. Okay? Okay. So this exercise is done. Okay. Now, since we studied about nouns, what is noun used as? Noun is used as a subject of a sentence. Okay. Noun is used as the subject of a sentence. So here you are seeing two sentences, right? In fact, you can see three sentences here. I've highlighted them. Okay. Now, what is the subject? Subject is a doer. Noun there. Noun equal to subject equal to doer. Noun equal to subject equal to doer. Doer ariyalo. Anyone who does some action, who is doing some action. Okay. Noun equal to subject equal to doer. The sentence that you see here, Juanita is a friend of mine. Okay. Is she doing something? No, right? So is noun just a doer? It could be something else also, right? In Malayalam, to understand this, please understand it as the main Kadapatram. You all would have heard of that word, right? അതാണ് ഈ സബ്ജക്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറയാം. മലയാളത്തിൽ വേണമെങ്കിൽ അവിടെ സൈഡിൽ എഴുതി വെച്ചു. Should I let you in? Come. Ah. The boys like to play soccer. Okay. Here are the boys doing something. What are they doing? Are they playing soccer? We are talking about a liking of boys, right? Again, the subject is not doing something, right? But the boys is the main Kadapatram. അങ്ങനെ മനസ്സിലാക്കാവല്ലോ. അങ്ങനെ മനസ്സിലാക്കിയാൽ മതി എന്നാണ് ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത്. Okay? Will you understand it like that all your life? For the rest of your life? Okay. Where is the school? Third sentence, where is the school? Who is the main Kadapatram? School. Ingane mansilakiyalo, right? That is the subject, that is the noun. Okay? Okay. Now, here we are using the noun as a subject. Okay? Now, sometimes nouns can also be used as a object. Okay? Now, what is an object? For that, you need to understand something. Let me show you something. The sentence is made up of mainly three things. Okay, one is a subject, then comes a verb, and then comes a object. Okay, so when you say Ram killed Ravan, when you say this, Ram is a subject, Ram is also a noun. What kind of noun is it? Common noun or proper noun? How do you know it is a proper noun? The capital letter Ram, R. Okay, that is how you figured out that Ram is a proper noun. It's a name. Killed is a verb. It's an action, right? So what are we following? We are following this formula: subject, verb, object. Now, when you talk about objects, objects are of two types. You have direct object and you have indirect object. Okay. Now, let's understand what is this. Okay, if you want to write it down, please write it down. The sentence is this: subject, verb, object. Okay. An object can be a direct object or a indirect object. You can put all of that in a possibly in a bracket. Is it clear? Ram killed Ravan. Ram is the subject. Killed is a verb. Ravan is the object. Now, Ravan is it a noun? Yes. Is it a proper noun? Yes. Right. Ravan is a noun. Ravan is a proper noun. But how is Ravan? What is Ravan? What is the usage of Ravan? Ravan is used here as a object. Okay, not as a subject. Till now, we had understand that noun is used as a subject. That was Ram. But what are we seeing now? Noun can also be used as a object. Okay, that is what I'm trying to show you here. Okay, now objects are of two types: direct object and indirect object. Let's look at this. Look at the sentence: Justin buys the girl a magazine. Okay, what is the subject? Justin. What is the action? What is the verb? Buys.
Buys.
Now concentrate on the action. Okay, whenever you are writing English, whenever you are speaking English, the kriya is very important in English. The action is very important. That's the king. Okay, അങ്ങനെ വിചാരിക്കാവുള്ളൂ. So Justin എന്ത് ചെയ്തു? Buy ചെയ്തു. എന്താണ് buy ചെയ്തത്?
Magazine.
Magazine. അപ്പൊ magazine എന്താണ്? Direct object ആയിപ്പോയി. Okay, നമ്മൾ ചെയ്ത ക്രിയ the effect to whomever or for on whomever it falls, that thing becomes the direct object. So Justin buys what? Magazine. Justin എന്താണ് മേടിച്ചത്? Magazine. ഇനി അടുത്ത ആർക്ക് വേണ്ടി മേടിച്ചു? ഗേളിന് വേണ്ടി. അതെന്തായി പോയി? ഇൻഡയറക്റ്റ് ഒബ്ജക്ട്. ഓക്കെ, ക്ലിയർ? ജസ്റ്റിന് എന്താ മേടിച്ചത്? മാഗസീൻ. അതെന്തായി പോയി? ഡയറക്റ്റ് ഒബ്ജക്ട്. ആർക്ക് വേണ്ടി മേടിച്ചു? ഗേൾ. അതെന്തായി പോയി? ഇൻഡയറക്റ്റ് ഒബ്ജക്ട്. ഓക്കെ, look at the next example. Mother gives Nate $5. Mother എന്ത് give? What did the mother give? $5. So what is the direct object? $5. Who is indirect here?
Nate.
Okay. Structuring on the നോക്കിക്കേ. Mother ആരാണ്? Subject. Verb കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ആരാണ് ആദ്യം വന്നേ?
Indirect object.
Indirect object ആണ് ആദ്യം വന്നേ, അല്ലേ? ജനറലി ഇങ്ങനെ ആയിരിക്കും സ്ട്രക്ചർ. സബ്ജക്ട് ഉണ്ടാവും, വെർബ് ഉണ്ടാവും, അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് എന്ത് വരും? ഇൻഡയറക്റ്റ് ഒബ്ജക്ട്. ഇൻഡയറക്റ്റ് ഒബ്ജക്ട് ആരാ? നേറ്റ്. ഡയറക്റ്റ് ഒബ്ജക്ട് ആരാ? $5. Why is it the direct object? അതിന്റെ ഒരു ചോദ്യമല്ലോ. What did mother give? Okay, so whenever you are trying to, whenever you look at a sentence, let's look at this sentence now. Sarah likes my brother. Okay, what are the elements? Sarah is the subject, likes is the verb, my brother is the object, right? The girls is subject, find verb, a book is the object. Okay, here a very simple way to find an object is to ask, what did Sarah like? What did Sarah like? Brother. What did girls find? Now come to our sentence, the one that we discussed. Justin buys the girl a magazine. Okay, okay, what did Justin buy? Magazine. Adendai koi direct object. For whom did Justin buy? So whom ചോദിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് indirect object മനസ്സിലാവുന്നത്. Okay, for whom did he buy? The girl. To whom did mother give $5? Okay, clear what is an indirect and what is a direct object? Okay, now sometimes you see sentences like this: Maria helps us. You see the sentence, Maria helps us. Okay, now what is us? What is it? Is it an object? Okay, is it not an object? But this object is also a person, a thing. It's not a thing as such, right? And generally in such a case we call it a subject plus a predicate. Okay, you call it a subject and a predicate. Predicate ഒന്നും അല്ല, ഈ ഭാഗമല്ലേ, ഈ helps us, ഇതിന് പറയുന്ന predicate. ഇതിൽ ആരൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്? ഒരു verb ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, അല്ലേ? ഒരു object ഉണ്ട്. Okay, ഇവിടെ I had given you a sentence is equal to subject plus verb plus object. Sometimes that is not the case. Sometimes you will get a subject is equal to a sentence is equal to subject plus predicate. This is another form of a sentence. Subject plus predicate. A predicate can be generally in general terms, just understand it as a verb and an object. Okay. Then why are we writing it separate? ഇവിടെ ഈ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റ് ഇല്ലേ, ഇതിന് കുറച്ച് ചേഞ്ചസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടാവും. That is why we are keeping it as a separate category altogether. Okay. For now, for the ease of understanding, just understand predicate is nothing but a verb and an object. Okay. It is classified differently because avade object കുറച്ച് complicated ആയിരിക്കും, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ്. Okay. So coming back, there is something called a predicate noun. There is something called a predicate noun. Now, what is a predicate noun? A predicate noun will follow this predicate part of a sentence. That is subject ഉണ്ടാവും, ഒരു predicate ഉണ്ടാവും, അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഒരു noun ഇട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. That noun in the last is called a predicate noun. Let's look at some examples. You will understand my example. Look at this sentence. My mother wants to be a doctor. Okay. Here, the word doctor, that is a predicate noun. That is known as a predicate noun. You can understand it also as an object. Isn't it an object? My mother is what? Subject. Want. Verb. What is our object? Doctor. But do you see few elements in between? To be a, that is introducing the predicate noun. Whenever you see this to be a, be, that word be, please understand that it is introducing some noun or some predicate noun, or yeah. Isn't doctor a noun? Doctor is a noun, right? It's a name of a profession, right? So understand it to be a predicate noun. This is not that important, but you will see its usage. Celine became an actress. An actress is a predicate noun. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at these sentences and clarify which one is a subject, which one is a direct object, which one is an indirect object, or which one is a predicate noun. Okay. For you guys, I'm keeping it simple. Just tell me what is a subject, what is a direct object, which one is a indirect object, if there is a usage like that. Okay. And what is a verb. So all you are going to tell me is subject, verb, direct object, indirect object. Okay. Predicate noun vannappo ningalku adu manasilayittundengal you can answer. If you have not understood it, it does not matter. I'll answer. I'll help you. Okay. So let's start with the first one. Claudia likes bread. Claudia is subject. Likes is the verb. Bread is the
Direct object.
Which object? Direct object. Is there an indirect object here?
No.
No. Okay. The boys found some money. Chalo. Now just tell me which one is the italicized ones. Okay. The boys and then subject. The girls found some money. Some money and then
Direct object.
which object? Direct object. My father is an engineer.
Predicate noun.
Predicate noun. How did you understand? Is an engineer എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോ generally most people be and ഇങ്ങനത്തെ വാക്ക് കണ്ടാൽ തന്നെ we'll understand that it's a predicate noun. So if you've written predicate noun somewhere, write it in the bracket be, comma, and. Actually it's become. Be and become. Become to all forms. Okay. Become, became. Okay. അതൊക്കെ കാണുമ്പോൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കിക്കണം predicate noun വരാൻ പോവാണ്. You're going to see a predicate noun. Okay. Okay. Fifth one. I sent my sister a telegram.
Indirect.
My sister എന്താണ്?
Indirect object.
Direct object ആണോ indirect object ആണോ?
Indirect object.
Indirect object. Okay. Two ways to understand this. First way and a better way. What did I send? Later. Adendai direct. So baki my sister indirect. Okay. Another way to confirm this, but do not use this. Okay. Another way to confirm is ഞാൻ ഒരു ട്രിക്ക് പറഞ്ഞായിരുന്നല്ലോ ഒരു സെന്റൻസ് എഴുതുമ്പോൾ ഇൻഡയറക്റ്റ് ഒബ്ജക്റ്റ് ആണ് ആദ്യം വരുന്നത് അപ്പൊ മൈ സിസ്റ്റർ അല്ലേ ആദ്യം വന്നേ right but this is not always okay sometimes this might change okay the first rule is important what did I send telegram that is a direct object अब my sister and I indirect okay Thomas buys Serena 3 red roses ask yourself the question what is the question what is the question what did Thomas buy what is the answer
3 red roses
so what does that become that becomes a indirect object okay and what is left there Serena is left so what is Serena indirect object okay so what is this direct object action fall chain is the direct object here Thomas buys what എന്താണ് buy ചെയ്തേ കടയിൽ പോയിട്ട് ഒരു സാധനം മേടിക്കുന്നതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു action ഇത് ആരാ what did we do or with whom did we do that we did that with red roses that is the object okay we might have done all of this for somebody else that person becomes a this thing okay so I think this is quite clear okay write a sentence using the noun given as a direct object okay the boy an example is there the boy Barbara sees the boy in the park the boy is used here as a direct object Barbara sees what
subject
Barbara sees what answer me the boy direct object a sentence in the structure follow cheyyunnunda adu is this following that second rule that I told you about no understood that's why I said that second rule is not very important the first rule is important what is the first rule what did he do or for whom did he do or what did he buy what is the action okay so now we have to use the word my sister as a direct object okay so let's use this sentence Barbara sees my sister in the park okay any other sentence I want anyone here to give me a sentence where we can use my sister the term my sister as a direct object
I gave chocolates to my sister
but what did you give
chocolates
I gave
chocolates to my sister
but what did we give so isn't that the direct object right so my sister becomes indirect object right so try and use my sister as a direct object the boy is held whom my sister where so sister becomes direct object right okay look at the next one a new car this is simple you have to use it as a direct object I bought a New car, right? I bought a new car. That's simple as that, right? Now, can you use a new car as a indirect object? Then, what did you buy then? I bought a. Now, what did my new car become? What did you buy? Seat cover. For whom? New car. Okay. What did we buy? Seat cover. So that is a direct object. Okay. Okay. Jackie. Now you have to use Jackie as a direct object. Some of the most simplest sentence will be I love Jackie, right? Simple as that, right? I is the subject. Love and the kriya. Jackie and the boy object. Okay. Now, what if I want to use Jackie as a indirect object? I love giving biscuits to Jackie. Yeah, you can say that. What does he love giving? Here, the verb is not a single verb. Okay, it's a compound verb. He loves giving something. Okay, that's so consider it as a compound. I love giving what? Biscuits. So biscuits become the direct object to whom? To Jackie. So that becomes a indirect object. Clear? Okay, good. So I think people are able to follow what's happening here. Okay. So there are a few more words. Chalo, let's use this one, fifth one. A puppy. You have to use this as an indirect object. It's a simple sentence. Use puppy as an indirect object. Puppy, you know. So puppy will be there somewhere in the sentence. Puppy will be somewhere in the end of the sentence, right? You have to use it as a what? Indirect. Okay. So let's put a subject. Let the subject be I. I indirect object. I bought എന്താണ് പപ്പിക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും മേടിച്ചേ നീ I bought a I bought food for my puppy. അപ്പൊ നീ എന്താണ് ബൈ ചെയ്തത് ഫുഡ് ആണ് ബൈ ചെയ്തത് ठीक है ആർക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ബൈ ചെയ്തത് പപ്പിക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് okay now can we change it like this now what is a puppy verb direct object hunger എന്താണ് for my hunger അത് എന്താണ് എന്റെ വിശപ്പ് അത് എന്താണ് noun ആണോ verb ആണോ object എന്താണ് verb ആണോ
predicate noun
parts of speech ൽ പറയാം noun ആണോ verb ആണോ നിങ്ങൾ എഴുതിയ parts of speech അല്ലേ conjunction ആണോ interjection ആണോ noun ആണോ noun അല്ലേ അത് hunger എന്റെ വിശപ്പിന്റെ ഒരു പേരല്ലേ it's used as a noun here right so it will become a object right to become an object it has to be a noun so I bought a puppy will become your direct object for my hunger becomes your indirect object because hunger is not you're not hungry kriya alla parayunne you're talking about hunger ഒരു സംഭവത്തിന്റെ കുറിച്ചാണ് സംസാരിക്കുന്നത് hunger you're not hungry if you were hungry that can be taken as a kriya But you're not talking about being hungry. You're talking about hunger. ठीक है? McDonald's डे ad ले എന്താ പറയുന്നേ? Hungry क्या? കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? नहीं, चलो, leave it. Okay, puppy is clear. Chalo. So with that, we learned what is a noun. Let's move on to the next chapter. This is called definite and indefinite articles. Put a line indicating that noun is over. Next chapter is definite and indefinite articles. Okay. Now, definite and indefinite articles. Definite article arrow the. Okay. Indefinite article arrow a an. A comma an. A definite article ഏതില്ലേ അതിന്റെ അവിടെ ബ്രാക്കറ്റിൽ ചേർത്തായിട്ട് എഴുതിക്കോ determiner. So what do you understand? ഇതിന് വേറെ ഒരു പേരുണ്ട് determiner. വേറെ ഒന്നല്ല എന്ന് പറയുന്നതാണ് determiner. അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു വാക്കല്ലേ ഇത്. It determines something, right? It's a strong word. Okay. So what is the doing? Whenever you are familiar with something, you use the letter the. Okay. That is why it's called a definite article. Definite na marna define cheyan pattilla. If you can define something, that means you would have seen it, you would have touched it, you would have smelled it, you would have had some interaction with it, right? That is what is the meaning of something being defined. That is why we call it definite. That is where we use the letter the. The. The along with the. Okay. That is a definite article and that is used to define something. Please understand it in this manner. Okay. Now, indefinite article a and an. So that is used when you are talking about something that is familiar or unfamiliar. Unfamiliar. Something that is unfamiliar. Okay. That is when you use indefinite articles, also known as a and. Okay. Clear? When you look at the sentence, he sees a stranger on the corner. Let me ask you one question now. Does he know the stranger? No. Okay. If he had known the stranger, let's say this sentence is a part of a story. This story il oru kathapathram introduce chedu aa kathapathrathinte perana the stranger. Allengil stranger. The stranger venda stranger. Okay. So ഈ സ്ട്രേഞ്ചറിനെ കുറിച്ച് previously നമ്മൾ കുറച്ച് സെന്റൻസിൽ സംസാരിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇനി നിങ്ങൾ കാണുന്ന അടുത്ത സെന്റൻസിൽ it's written like this. He sees the stranger on the corner again. He sees the stranger on the corner again. Now, is the stranger known or unknown? No. ഈ സ്റ്റോറിയിൽ വായിച്ചു വന്നപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും നമുക്ക് ഈ സ്ട്രേഞ്ചറുടെ കുറിച്ച് കുറെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ അറിയാമല്ലോ. He is described, he is known to us, right? That is why we used the stranger. Clear? ഈ ഒരു സെന്റൻസിൽ എപ്പോ he sees ഒരു stranger, അറിയുന്ന stranger ആണോ? അല്ല. Clear? A stranger, the stranger, they use it. Okay? Okay. Did you buy an apple or an orange? Okay. Did you buy an apple or an orange? Okay. Why is an used here? Most of you already know the answer. A and the difference ആണ് ഞാൻ ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. Okay. A എവിടെയാണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്? And എവിടെയാണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്? Okay. When are you using A? When do you use A? Whenever you have any consonant sound. What are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. BA English literature പറഞ്ഞേ. A, E, I, O, U. You guys don't know. Seriously? Okay. Chalo. Fine. Very good. Anyone else here? The vowel which you are not taught in school is Y. Y is both a vowel as well as a consonant. You have not been taught this in school, not even in college. Not me. Okay. Even I have done BA English literature. I was taught this when I was doing my BA English literature. That's why I asked if this was taught to you guys or not. This should have been taught. Okay. Possibly. Okay. Let's just give you the leeway and say that this was never taught. Okay. Close to your chapter. Okay. So the understanding here is that Y acts like a consonant as well as a this thing vowel. Okay. Y in the moon sounds ഉണ്ട്. Chalo, I am slightly deviating here, but this is important for you since nobody knows here. Acha, somebody here asked me, sir, there are two forms of the word the and the, right? Yes, indeed there are. Let us see what we know about the and the. There is an article that you will find on our website which answers this question. The or the. Okay. The, if you look at this picture itself, it's clear. It can be understood by this picture. The comes before a consonant sound. The comes before a vowel sound. For that, you need to know what is a vowel, what is a consonant, right? In the vowel list is incomplete. So let's complete our list of vowel. So I am actually looking for now. I actually am slightly deviating from here from the book and going to teach you vowels. Okay, the vowel Y. Now the letter Y this actually is a part of a very basic book which we do with students who come here for this spoken English and yes. Okay, I put a photograph in the group. Can you all go to the group? WhatsApp group. I shared a photograph. I'm also yeah, I've also put it on the screen here, so you can see it here. The letter Y functions as a vowel or as a consonant. As a vowel, Y has the vowel sounds I and A. Okay, that sound A-I. A. What is the sound? A. Otherwise, what is the sound? I. Okay, Y has two sounds which are which sounds? Vowel sounds I and A. Okay, then there is a third sound of Y, which is Y. Yeah, Malayalam sound. Okay, That is the third sound of Y. Okay, that is the consonant that you know of. Okay, the other two sounds of Y are actually vowels. They act as vowels. Avade itta tejibom. Avade an idinam. Let's look at few examples. Okay, when you see baby, baby എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത് അല്ലല്ലോ അല്ലേ? But when you say by, by, the next letter, by, what do you say? By. Then why didn't you say bay by? You said baby, right? That's because there are three different sounds. One, the first sound is I. Okay, I the sound and then E. What is the sound of I? E. Independent. Alle. I vechitalle idenne independent. India. What is the sound of I? E. നിങ്ങളുടെ ഭാഷയിൽ ഇ എന്ന് പറയത്തില്ലേ, അതാണ് I. Okay, അത് vowel ആണ്. നിങ്ങളുടെ ഭാഷയിലും അത് vowel ആണ്. E is a vowel in any language. Okay. Okay. So one sound is I, which sounds like E. Okay, baby, hurry, E. Lee, Rex, mystery, E. Me, mystery na പറയുന്നത് അല്ല, mystery. Okay. Then the second sound is I, buy, try, rely, nylon, chai, right? All of these sounds are I. Then the third sound, Y, yacht, yard, ear, yes, yet, yield, you, young, ya. The sound is ya. So three sounds, right? That is what I wanted to teach you. There are three sounds of the letter Y. One is I, okay, one is AI, and one is Y. The first two sounds, they are vowel sounds. That's why I said Y is also a vowel. Okay, this generally school level le padipikilla, but when you go to college level, advanced level, that is when people are taught this thing. Okay, the pronunciation of the and the, let's finish this one also. Somebody had asked this as a doubt. This is understanding. The is used before consonant sounds. The is used before vowel sounds. Okay. Okay. Look at this sentence. I usually get up and get newspaper. Na ഏത് സൗണ്ട് ആണ്? vowel ആണോ? അല്ല, consonant. Okay, അപ്പൊ ഏത് സൗണ്ട് വരണം? the അല്ലേ? അതല്ലേ റൂൾ പറഞ്ഞ? Okay, so usually I get up and get the newspaper. The newspaper പറയോ? ഇല്ല, the newspaper. It's times, T. Consonant ആണോ T അതോ vowel ആണോ T? Consonant. So what will you say? The Times of India. But for the last few days, I've been picking up the Economic Times. Why it became the E? Vowel sound. Okay. See, English is so intricate. Small things. You will learn at least 1,000 small things like this by the end of this course. How will you remember all of it? You cannot remember all of it. You have to become familiar with all of it. How do you become familiar? It takes time to become familiar. This familiarity is experience. So, the and the clear analo. Okay. But let me read it in one more sentence. This sentence in one more way. Usually, I get up and get the newspaper. It's the Times of India. But for the last few days, I've been picking up the Economic Times. I can say like that also. The change I have made is the പറയേണ്ട അടുത്ത് the ഇട്ടു. എന്തിനാന്ന് അറിയാം? Noun ആയോണ്ട്, proper noun ആയോണ്ട്. ടൈംസ് ഓഫ് ഇന്ത്യ എന്താണ്? ഒരു സംഭവത്തിന്റെ പേരല്ല. ഒരു സംഭവത്തിന്റെ പേരൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പോ the എന്ന് ഇടാം. Okay, I went to the museum. The museum പറയുന്ന കാര്യം better will be I went to the museum. അത് എടുത്ത് പറയുന്നതാണ് the museum. The museum is also എടുത്ത് പറയുന്നത്, but കുറച്ചുകൂടി എടുത്ത് പറയുന്നതാണ് the museum. Okay, that is why we see like that. Okay, understood? The museum. Coming back to this, we were learning about a and an, and what I have told you here is a is used before a consonant. Okay, a is used before a consonant. Adu edhi vechu evide a is used before a consonant, and write consonant sound. Consonant matra edalle, consonant sound na edanu. A equal to consonant sound, an equal to vowel sound. A is consonant sound, an is vowel sound. Okay, now look at the sentence. I want an apple. Do we know the apple? No, we do not know the apple. Okay, I want the apple. Do we know the apple? Yes, we can see it, we have seen it. Okay, some relationship we have with the apple. Okay, that is why we used the there. And you say the form, we do not know the apple. Okay, that you guys know, that you guys understand, right? Okay, now look at singular and plural. The boy, look at the plural sense. Plural is here, this side. The boy becomes the boys. A boy becomes plural sense. A boys na പറയാൻ പറ്റുമോ? Does it make sense? No. A boy will become boys, right? A house will become houses. An idea will become ideas. Okay, and the idea anengla the ideas. Okay, that is the one simple change or difference. Now let's come to an exercise. Fill in the blank. Did you buy a Ford or buy an? An is to be used with vowels. Chevy. Did you buy a Ford or a Chevy? Chevy eda? Idu vandiyana Chevy? Chevrolet. Chevrolet alla, Chevrolet. Okay. How do you say Audi? Audi. Awdi. Audi. Okay. Chalo, some other day. Okay. Does he know?
The man.
വരുവോ the വരുവോ? നമ്മൾ അറിയുന്ന man ആണോ അറിയാത്ത man ആണോ? The man. അറിയുന്നല്ലേ? ആ കോർണറിൽ പോയിന്റ് ചെയ്ത് കാണിക്കുന്ന ആളല്ലേ? അറിയുന്ന ആളല്ലേ? ഇപ്പൊ ഇങ്ങനെ ചൂണ്ടി കാണിക്കുന്ന ആളല്ലേ? Does he know the man on the corner? Will you ever say, does he know a man on the corner? That is wrong. That sounds stupid, right? Sounds illogical. You will always say, does he know the man on the corner? You say the man, evade the corner. Chundi kanikindana. Okay. Okay. She has a and a secret to tell you. What time does
the train leave?
The train leave? Obviously, if we are asking about a train, നമ്മൾ അറിയുന്ന ട്രെയിനിനെ കുറിച്ചല്ലേ ജെറിൻ? Correct. അപ്പൊ the ഇടണോ ഇടണോ? The ഇടണം. അറിയുന്ന ട്രെയിൻ the ഇടണം. Okay. Okay. We need dash hot dogs and a bottle of Coke.
The hot dogs.
ഇട്ട് നോക്കിക്കേ, ഹോട്ട് ഡോഗ്സ് എന്ന് ഇടാൻ പറ്റുമോ? അതല്ല ഞാൻ ഇപ്പൊ കാണിച്ചേ. ബോയ്സ് എന്ന് പറയാൻ പറ്റുമോ? ഇല്ല. അപ്പൊ എന്ത് വരും? We need the hot dogs and a bottle of Coke. So, did you see
The accident. The accident.
some of you are saying the accident, some of you are saying an accident. Both contexts are correct. Depends on how you are thinking about it. Right? You're standing next to a window and you're pointing out at a highway and you're saying, did you see the accident? Appo the use cheyanam because ningalude kanmumbil oru accident undu. Okay, നിങ്ങൾ അറിയുന്നതാണ് accident. നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടതുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാം there is an accident. It's known to you. You are familiar with it. Okay. Ipo yeah, out of the blue, you're asking one of your friend in a general conversation. You're just chumma generally asking him, did you see an accident yesterday? It could be any accident. So do I need to specify the? No. That is one context. Okay, so these are the two ways this group is thinking. So both are correct. Okay. He met the guests as they arrived. Ariyana guests are arrived cheyidonde we have some relationship with them. We are familiar with them. So that is why we will use he met the guests as they arrived. Dash teacher is angry with us.
The teacher is angry with us.
Okay. So if you are doing some kriya or if you are associated in some kriya with somebody, shouldn't that become the? അല്ലേ, ഒരു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡിങ് ഒന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കി നോക്കിക്കേ. ഞാനും ജെറിൻ ഒരു ക്രിയയിലാണെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ ജെറിനെ എന്ത് വിളിക്കണം? ദ വെച്ചിട്ടല്ലേ വിളിക്കണ്ടേ? Or whatever me and Jaren get into, we will call it the accident, the incident, the experiment. Me and Jaren, we did while doing the experiment, we found out. Or will you say while doing a experiment we found out? No. Since me and Jaren, we are already together, I can use the. Okay. This usage of the and and an, many people go wrong there. Okay, there is another advanced level to this articles. I'm not taking it now. I'll take it when I take the part 2 of grammar, that is advanced grammar. Right now we are just going through very simple grammar. Okay, adile yan adu പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കും. To give you an understanding, there is something called a zero article. Have you heard of zero article? There are some places where you do not need to use an article. Where using an article will be wrong. That's called a zero article. Okay, we will talk about it when we go into the advanced grammar section. That is when I'll be discussing it. Right now, let's keep it simple. A and. Okay. Okay. I can't find the keys. Okay. Chalo. Let's rewrite each sentence, changing the singular nouns in each sentence to plural nouns. Okay. You can make any changes to the articles and verbs that are necessary. So you can be flexible. Just that you have to change singular noun to a plural noun. So the noun here is orange. You'll have to make it to oranges. They gave us an orange. What did you change it to?
Oranges.
They gave us. Now do you need to use the here? Can you just say they gave us? What did you use? Zero article. Okay, I've just shown you a hint of it. What is the zero article? Do you need to use the oranges here? Article veno ivide? Venda. ഇങ്ങനെ കുറെ cases when you are writing essays and letters and reports where you do not need to use an article. Using an article will be showing yourself stupid. Don't do that there. Okay? അത് ചെയ്യല്ലേ? അത് നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യും. But right now we've just seen it. Okay. I like the book very much. I like the
The book.
books very
Books.
much. Do you often visit the farms there? Farm.
Farms. Farms.
The
Farms.
farms. Plural അല്ലേ ആക്കണ്ടേ? The farms. Geetu, can you close the door? A rabbit is hiding behind it.
Rabbits are hiding behind.
The rabbits ran off. Venda. Rabbits are hiding behind it. ഒരു പക്ഷെ അറിയുന്ന റാബിറ്റ്സ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സ്റ്റോറിയുടെ ആയിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ the rabbits is വരുവോ are hiding behind it. Why are plural? Well, is singular, are is plural. Katrina likes to play with the kitten.
With the kittens.
Katrina likes to play with the kittens.
Kittens.
Anyone has seen Katrina Kaif here? No? Yes. I've not only seen her, I've been with her. Not in a very different sense that you would take, but in a very formal, nice way. Okay. When I was working in aviation, once it so happened that the reading light above the business class seat of Katrina Kaif was not working, and I happened to be the engineer. I'm an electrical instrumentation and radio engineer, also known as an avionics engineer. I worked with Jet Airways for 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. After that, I had an accident, and that's when I changed my domain. That's when I got into training. I've been all throughout the globe, worked in some of the most best to the harshest places, conditions on this planet. I've had an opportunity to see and be with one of the best people. And I would say aviation is one of the best industries to see and learn in the quickest possible way. When you get into aviation, the very first lesson that you're taught is you have to be very open-minded when you get into aviation. It's a very open-minded industry. If you're a closed-minded person, you will not survive. So the very first lesson in aviation is about 3 W's. First W is wine. The second W is wealth. And the third W is women. You will be engaged with all 3 of them. If you're not engaged with, or if you have a problem with any one of them, or if you're not comfortable with any one of these 3, you will not survive in aviation. Aviation will give you a lot of wealth, a lot of booze to drink. You have to drink in those parties and in those, engagements. And of course, if you're good looking, your good looks might become a curse for you, then a blessing. You'll be engaged in a lot of extracurricular activities like that. So that's why they say aviation is about 3 W's: wine, women, and wealth. No disrespect to any women, but that's how it is. Okay. So on that line, uh, please understand that when you go out, please have a very open mind. World is not the way that you have seen here in India or in Dubai or in, let's say, Saudi or Kuwait or these places that you generally have exposure to, that Malayalis generally have exposure to. Okay, the world is quite different. Europe and all is very different. do not get uncomfortable or do not feel uncomfortable when you see a very different culture, when you step out of your own small little cocoon. Okay, be open-minded there. And yeah, so I was probably trying to tell you something, some story about, yeah, Katrina Kaif, right? So when I was working as an engineer there, once it so happened that her reading light was not working, and I jumped in eagerly with all my energy to get that. Ideally, a technician should do that, but being Katrina Kaif there, I was smitten by her. So I jumped in, and I had an opportunity to talk with her. And while I was repairing, she was very amiable. She was very nice, and she actually held the bulb in her hand for some time. She actually saw that I was struggling holding the bulb and the fitment. It's just a bulb change. It's a very simple thing. We can just do it with the passenger there in 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. It's just one twist. That's it. So she being there, we keep it. We try to keep our decency. Try to keep some distance. Social distancing. We try to keep that level of social distancing there. So she understood that. And she was like, okay, give me the bulb. I'll hold it. I was like, sure, hold this. So like that, I had an opportunity to be with her. That's what I said, okay? Not in any other sense. Okay, so moving on to the next. Katrina likes to play with kittens. Then Montel has dogs and cats. Now here, it's already in which sense? Plural sense, right? I want to buy the roses. Already in a plural sense, right? Is there something changing? Yeah. You have to change plural to singular. Montel has a dog and
A cat.
a cat. Okay, you will write it a dog and a cat. That's how you will write it. I want to buy a rose. There are
A gift for you.
a gift for you. Huh?
There is a
There
gift
is
for
a
you.
gift for you. Can you hear the
Baby cry.
can you hear the baby cry? Or can you hear the baby crying? That can also be put. Okay. What is the difference when you say, can you hear the baby cry? And when you say, can you hear the baby crying? Continuous tense. So what does that mean? Can you hear the baby crying? ഇപ്പോ ഒരു baby cry ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. Right now one baby is crying, and right now your friend is coming and telling you or asking you, Eda, can you hear the baby crying? Possibly the baby is crying in the other room. Okay. Appo endu cheyidu? Can you hear the baby cry? Ing. Okay. Okay. Now another situation. A nurse comes and asks another nurse, generally, can you hear the baby cry? അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം എന്താണ്? ഇപ്പോ ഒരു ബേബി ക്രൈ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല, ഒരു പക്ഷെ ഉണ്ടാവത്തില്ല. The nurse is asking another nurse her ability. Are you able to hear a baby cry? നിനക്ക് ആ എബിലിറ്റി ഉണ്ടോ ഇല്ലയോ എന്നാണ് ചോദ്യം. ഇപ്പോ ഒരു ബേബി കരയുന്നുണ്ടോ ഇല്ലയോ എന്നല്ല ചോദ്യം. So what tense is it? Simple tense, habitual tense. Can you hear the baby cry? Habitual simple tense. Can you hear the baby crying? Incomplete tense or progressive tense. Verbs വരുമ്പോൾ അവിടെ we will go there. Okay, so that is one difference. I just touched that area right now. Okay, do you have brothers or sisters? Do you have a brother or a sister? Okay. Chalo. It's 1:30 now. Ideally, I start at 11:30 and I finish at 12:30. Sorry, 1:30. Okay. Today we started at 12. Okay. I'm looking at the people who made it late. Okay. I'm looking at the people who made it late. Okay. They can also look at me back. Do not be late tomorrow. Okay. Third chapter. This session today will go up till 2. It's 1:35. I'll take it till 2 because I want to make sure that the session goes for 2 hours every day. Okay. So third chapter. Adjectives. What is an adjective? An adjective is something that describes a noun. Okay. Anything that describes a noun is a adjective. Third chapter adjective. Our side describes a noun. All these words that you see here on your screen are all adjectives. Okay? Beautiful, fast, a beautiful girl, a fast car, a loud what? Speaker, tall guy, tall tree, right? Big house. Then funny. The funny clown, okay. The funny clown, okay. Old, the old house, okay. It could be anything, guys. I want you guys to speak up. Terrible, the terrible
Accident.
accident, very good. Speak up like this. Yes, very good. The terrible accident, okay. Black Panther, very good. The Black Panther, very good. Okay, black and adjective alle. Okay, Panther in the pera alle. Yes, very good. The Black Panther. Do you know what is a black mirror? Black mirror. What is a computer screen? Black mirror. You see your reflection there on a computer screen. Slight reflection. A very faded reflection. You do when it is off. When it is off, when the screen is off, you do see something. Look at your mobile screen. Don't you see a reflection of yourself? So can't I call it a black mirror? A synonym for a television is or any screen is a black mirror. It's a very high-end synonym. Low-end people do not even know about it, will not even ever use it, will not even understand it. High-end people know it, understand it, will keep it in their group. ഈ high-end club join ചെയ്യാനാണ് ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത്. Okay, aviation was one club like that. അവിടെ join ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് എനിക്ക് എപ്പോഴും I want to become or be a part of a high-end club. You guys should also be like that. Okay. Okay. So learn words which nobody would know, which very few people would be using, and make yourself a little different in English and in language. Okay. So black mirror, remember that. Handsome boy, handsome fellow. Right? An Englishman would say, oh, such a handsome fellow. You will say, such a handsome boy. Look at the difference in vocabulary. Quiet. Eh? No. Be quiet. Okay. Quiet. Don't let your emotions out. Keep them inside. Quiet. A quiet place. Very good. Okay. A quiet place. Thirsty. A thirsty crow. Very good. Boring. Class. Very good. Interesting.
Story.
Story. Right. The right place, the right person, right? The ugly duck, very good, right? The ugly duckling, right? Okay, and have you seen the movie or read the story Good, Bad, and the Ugly? You have heard, you might have, some of you might have heard about it. It's a classic English movie, American classic movie, Wild Wild West എന്ന് പറയത്തില്ലേ ആ സമയത്തെ ഒരു മൂവി. It's a classic movie, so some of you might like it, some of you might get bored out of it. Just a recommendation. The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Okay, classic old movie. Okay. There are many such old movies which are very good time pass. Okay, and Sundays or whenever you have such weekdays off. I'm a movie buff. I watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of stuff on the internet throughout the day. I read a lot on the internet throughout the day. Okay, so I keep myself engaged with learning anything and everything throughout the day. So, and somewhere I believe that's what sets me apart from the rest of the mediocre public. Okay, you should also achieve something like this in your life. That should be your ultimate aim, and that's how you get to do that. Okay, so a recommendation, movie recommendation: The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Okay, careful. Jaren, why don't you add something? Carefully എന്താ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? The careful. Okay, drive. Okay, careful drive. Okay. uh, what does a doctor do? Surgeon. A careful operation, right? കുറച്ച് blood flow കൊണ്ടുപോവാ ഇവിടെ, blood in your brain. Okay, I know everyone is hungry, but I'm also hungry, but still. Late party, late dinner. Okay, late yeah, sad story, sad. Okay, young boy,
Good.
girl, careless people, government.
Careless.
Yes, little
Good.
little steward, very good. Little steward, that's impressive. Good. Short
Hair.
hair. Here, who said hair? You said hair. Short hair. Okay. Short temper. Right? White. How's the varale? White chocolate. Okay. Okay. The white turban. The white. Huh? The whiteboard. Okay.
Like
Now, when you say the whiteboard is a noun, is a compound noun also. Okay. Of course, ഇതിന്റെ പേരായിട്ടല്ലേ വൈറ്റ് ബോർഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ നമ്മള് വൈറ്റ് ഡാഷ് ബോർഡ് എന്ന് അങ്ങനെയാണ് എഴുതേണ്ടത്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ അവിടെ ठीक है, പക്ഷെ നീ ഈ വൈറ്റ് ബോർഡ് അല്ല, വേറെ ഒരു വൈറ്റ് കളറിന്റെ ഒരു ബോർഡാണ് നീ പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, അങ്ങനെ വിചാരിക്കാം. ठीक है. The early or early
bird.
bird. Okay, that's a phrase, early bird. Uh, other than a phrasal usage, early concert, meeting. Okay, long journey, queue, right? The long trail, mountain trail. Okay, പറയത്തില്ലേ? Trekking. അതിന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ്? The long trail. Okay, it's a trail. TRAIL. What you trek on is a trail. What are you doing? You're trekking. On what? On a trail. Okay. What kind of a trail? A long trail, a hidden trail, a undisclosed trail, a unknown trail, adventurous trail, right? Interesting trail. So many adjectives we can use, right? for the word trail, right? Okay. So these are all different types of adjectives. Okay. Now, circle the adjective which makes sense. I often go to a late movie. There,
Little boy.
right boy,
Little boy.
little boy. The
Young teacher.
read of
Teaching studies.
the dash story. Do you
Funny
know
stuff.
that she had an? I saw the new house has the the dash boy is okay. Now look at the sentence here. The green boy. All these adjectives are used before the noun. Alle? Boy te munne alle, green itte, door te munne alle, white itte, right? All these. Where is the adjective coming? Before the noun. Anywhere or a sentence structure okay. My sister was very sad. Sister ne describe alle cheyenne. Noun ne describe alle cheyenne sad. So sad is what? Adjective. The horse suddenly became thirsty. Horse-ന്റെ സ്ഥിതിയല്ല describe ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Okay. So thirsty is the adjective here. Okay. So sometimes adjectives can act as, what are they acting here as? Objects. Right? My grandfather is old. You're describing your grandfather like that. Okay. Now we'll do some exercise like that. The White House is on the hill. House എന്താണ് noun. ഈ noun എങ്ങനെ describe ചെയ്തു? White എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് describe ചെയ്തു. അപ്പോൾ white എന്താണ്? Adjective ആണ്. Okay. So this is a normal sentence structure. The White House is on the hill. മലയുടെ മേലിലാണ് White House. The house on the hill is white. This is another way of writing the same sentence. Look, two sentence structures you have learned. The house on the hill is white. You can write both ways, both mean the same. So the sad song was from Mexico. Now change it. The song from Mexico was sad. So
Sad.
two ways of writing the same sentence, right? Two structures you learned. Okay, Ranjan? Okay? The funny story is about a clown. The story is funny. The careless waiter is out of work.
The waiter out of work was careless. He's careless.
Think.
The waiter out of work is careless.
So many people are giving so many options. Some are saying the waiter is out of work is careless. Some are saying the waiter out of work is careless. The waiter who is careless is out of work. I am saying the out of work waiter is careless or was careless, is careless. The out of work waiter. The out of work waiter is careless. Okay. ഈ phrase out of work ഇത് എന്താണ്? Idle.
Just the same work to do.
In the sentence, how are we using it? As are we using it? Do you think it is also acting as an adjective? The out of work waiter, waiter ne describe ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു ക്രിയ അല്ലേ, ഒരു സംഭവം അല്ലേ? Waiter ne ഒരു description അല്ലേ കൊടുത്തേ? How did you understand which waiter? ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് വർക്ക് വെയിറ്റർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോഴല്ലേ അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ചെയ്തത്. അപ്പൊ വെയിറ്ററിനെ ഡിസ്ക്രൈബ് അല്ലേ ചെയ്തത്. അപ്പൊ ദിസ് ക്യാൻ ഓൾസോ ബി കോൾഡ് ആൻ ആഡ്ജക്റ്റീവ്, റൈറ്റ്? The out of work waiter. What was the error you guys were doing? You know what? You're putting the noun and then this out of work. The waiter out of work. അതുകൊണ്ടായിരുന്നു അത് തെറ്റിക്കൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. ഞാൻ അവിടെ എന്ത് മനസ്സിലാക്കി, എടാ ഈ ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് വർക്ക് ഒന്നും അല്ല, ആഡ്ജക്റ്റീവ് ആണ്. അപ്പൊ എവിടെ പ്ലേസ് ചെയ്ത, നൗണിന്റെ മുന്നേ പ്ലേസ് ചെയ്യുക, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. ക്ലിയർ, കത്താം. ഓക്കെ, അങ്ങനെയാണ് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായത്. ഓക്കെ, ദ ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് വർക്കിനെ എന്ത് മനസ്സിലായി, ഇത് ആരെ ഡിസ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, നൗണിനെ ആണ് ഡിസ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഇത് എന്താണ്, ആഡ്ജക്റ്റീവ് ആണ്. അപ്പൊ എവിടെ എടുത്തിടണം, I have to put it before the noun. So the out of work waiter is careless. Kind of. Okay. Okay. The ugly snake is from Egypt. The beautiful woman is from Spain. The woman from Spain is beautiful. Okay. Fill in the blank with any adjective that makes sense. David wrote a dash. How do you pronounce this word? Poem. Okay, not poem. Poem. P-O-M. Poem. Okay. Okay. David wrote a dash poem for her.
Beautiful poem.
Beautiful is one word which is now omitted from your vocabulary. From today onwards, you cannot use the word beautiful. You have to use only synonyms of the word beautiful. Do you know synonyms of the word beautiful? Vocabulary de kurichu oru karyam parayam. Vocabulary is basically adjectives and adverbs. And vocabulary is basically nouns, verbs, adverbs, and adjectives. All the verbs that you learn, they are either nouns, or they are verbs, or they are adjectives, or they are adverbs. One thing about Indians I would want to say is, Indians know very few adjectives and adverbs. How was the wedding? Good. How was the movie? Good. How was the class? Good. Why? Kochila, when you used to come back from school, your parents used to ask you, how was the school? Nallaayirunnu, koyappillaayirunnu. Ellathinum koyappilla. Your mother tongue influence actually did not let you learn any adjective in your mother tongue. So you thought English angane thanne aayirikkullo. Adilum beautiful matram padicha madi, good matram padicha madi. Karyam nadannollu. India നടക്കും. ഇന്ത്യയിൽ പുറത്തു പോയാൽ people will treat you like a low class this thing. Then you will feel bad in your job, in your college, among your friends and among people around. Then you will be like, after 2 months, 3 months, എനിക്ക് ഇവിടെ ശരിയാവുന്നില്ല, ഞാൻ തിരിച്ചു വന്നോട്ടെ അച്ഛാ. Okay, so let that not happen to any one of you. Okay, so beautiful and good, such words, do not use such words. You will use better words. So all of you open up your mobile, go to Google and type define beautiful, or define beautiful alla, beautiful synonyms. All of you open up your mobile and write beautiful synonyms. What all words do you get? Hanji, yeah, so many words are there, right? Attractive, pretty, handsome, good looking, nice looking, pleasing, engaging, winsome, ravishing. Ravishing is such a new word, right? She had a ravishing look. Okay, what are other synonyms? Excellent, splendid. Do you guys use the word splendid? Yes, possibly. If you don't, write it down somewhere. Splendid. Okay, magnificent, glorious, sublime. How many here use the word sublime? I had a sublime experience when I was in Lulu Mall. My friend suggested me to visit the Lulu Mall, and I never thought I would have such a sublime experience there. Okay, delightful, too good to be true. That's a phrasal usage. You always do not have to use words. You can use phrases also. Okay. Okay. So let's come back to our book. David wrote a dash poem for her. What kind of fascinating poem? A poem for her. Do you like the
Magnificent cake.
Do you like the
Magnificent. Delicious.
delicious? Right. That's the only word we all know. Right. Right. Delicious and right next to it. Did you like the delectable? At least now, when I'm telling you, please write it down. This is one opportunity where you will get an opportunity to know what is a different word for delicious or what is good. If you do not even write now, nobody should be able to help you. This is the lowest level that somebody can come to and help you. Please cooperate then. Delectable. Okay. Toothsome. Delicious. Toothsome. Okay. Mouth watering. Appetizing. Palatable. Palatable. Savory. Savory is somewhere sweet also. It can be sour also. See, sweet and sour. All those foods. Chaat. All those form into savories. Sevaiya came from, that's the origin and all of that. Piquaint. So write at least 4 or 5 of them. That will be enough. Okay. Okay. So did you like the? Tell me any one word from your list. Flavorsome, mouth-watering, piquaint,
Toothsome.
succulent, toothsome, appetizing, savory,
Flavor.
flavorsome, mouth-watering. Now think of a cake.
Delectable.
What flavors do you generally get when you eat a cake? Sweet. What synonyms do you know for the word sweet? Sweet, sugary cake, chocolatey cake. Any other synonyms for sweet? മനസ്സിലായോ vocabulary ഒത്തിരി weak ആണെന്ന് മനസ്സിലായോ? Not the vocabulary that Shashi Tharoor uses. That is not vocabulary. That is showing down people. That is to show off the vocabulary that he uses. അയാൾ പോയി IELTS കൊടുത്ത അയാൾക്കും 6 കിട്ടത്തുള്ളൂ. You know why? That's not communication skills. That's trying to show off among others. No, that is not good. Okay, rather learn to speak like, let's say, Prince Harry. He speaks so nicely. Or his wife, Meghan Markle. She's not from a royal family yet. She learned how to speak in a very polite and a very humble manner, like a royal should. So learn from such people, okay? Just because a person is using very big words or hard to use vocabulary, that does not mean that that person knows or that person is highly regarded in English. No, that person is just trying to show off. He is not a part of that high class group or club that I am talking about. He'll be thrown out. Okay, so let's look at few words for sweet. Synonyms of the word sweet. Honeyed, that's the word. Candied, honeyed. Okay. Syrupy, cloyy, cloying. Okay, cloyy. All those words can be used. This is another good word, wholesome, which can be used with food. Wholesome. The wholesome cake. Okay. Now there is something called a sweet smell. Sweet smell, fragrant smell, right? Fruity smell, the fruity cake, the sweet smelling cake. So many ways to describe a cake, right? Please think about such things and let there be little bit of blood flow in those areas of your brain, in those crevices of your brain, so that our vocabulary, our grammar, everything becomes a bit more active. It's died down. Okay, it was more active when you were a primary school student. It's died down. So bring it up, enliven it. Okay, I cannot find an a fascinating. And now they have put a challenge. Look for a word which starts with a vowel. Look for an adjective which starts with a vowel. A-E-I-O-U. I cannot find a an.
Excellent book.
You said interesting earlier?
No, excellent.
Fascinating. Yeah, interesting you can say. Yeah, you use it normally. I cannot find an
Excellent
incredible
book.
book person the good incredible use. Not with books. I cannot find an interesting book. Any other word?
Excellent.
Excellent book. Where does the dash lawyer live? Qualities of a person, especially a lawyer. Smart lawyer live. Where does the cunning lawyer live? Okay. What other words do you know for cunning? Open up your mobile. Cunning synonym. ഈ ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടില്ലേ ഇതൊന്ന് ആ cunning synonyms. Crooked. Devious. Very good. Cunning, devious. This practice is what I'm telling you. This is called living in English. ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യുന്നില്ലേ? This is what I'm saying. You have to eat in English, you have to sleep in English, drink in English, talk in English, be in English. This is living in English. ഞാൻ ഇത് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ വരെ എത്തിയത്. നിങ്ങൾ ഇത് ചെയ്താൽ നിങ്ങളും ഇവിടെ വരെ എത്തും. കാര്യം എത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇത് ചെയ്യുന്ന മടിയാണ്. So whenever you come across any new word, any simple word, go to Google and put it. And you don't even have to type, my dear fellows. You can just go to Google. You have your phone like this. Just press this mic. Good synonyms. Upright. Good. Right? Yeah. So be upright with your own self. Okay. So cunning synonyms no kya? Parne. Devious. One person told me devious. Others. Pick one synonym. Trickery is an action. Use it as a foxy. Yes. Use it as an adjective. Sly.
Artful.
और के बरा माने scheming. Not to be used with a person or something. Yeah. So do you also realize one more thing when we are looking at these words? Some words I'm rejecting, right? Why am I rejecting? Their proper usage is not correct there, right? What does this relate to? Collocation. We had studied something called collocation. What is collocation? Using proper words at the proper instance. I had given one example, right? What was that example? Quick shower, fast shower. How will you say? I'll go and have a quick shower, or will you say I will go and have a fast shower? You will say quick shower. fast shower wrong ano alla പക്ഷേ അത് wrong അല്ലെങ്കിലും ശരിയല്ല. Okay, it's not the correct readhi of samsara. So what will you say? I went and had a quick shower. Fast shower alla parayande avade. So this understanding is known as collocation of language. How do you get this? By reading and exposure to the language. Ipo ningal endha cheyyane by looking examples like this, increasing your exposure. You're finding out that certain words cannot be used. What are you understanding? The collocation of language. Okay, by this exercise, this practice, you're also understanding the collocation of language. So before using any word, look at example sentences of that word. Just to be sure. ചുമ്മാ ഒരു വേർഡ് ഒരു പുതിയ ഒരു വേർഡ് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ തന്നെ അത് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട് അതിനോട് do not go and marry that word. Okay, do not be worthless. Have some self-worth and figure out the meaning of the word first, and then go ahead and approach that word. Okay, do not be a worthless self and just jump into that word. So some worth and figure out if that word can actually be used, or if it is going to be useful, or what is the collocation behind it. To find it out, what do? You just look for sentences with that word. Okay, so just for an example, sweet in the synonyms there are so many words, right? We like this word glowing. Okay, so let's just click on this word glowing and see what is the meaning of this word glowing. Glowing is excessively sweet, rich, or sentimental, especially to a disgusting or a sickening degree. അപ്പൊ നമ്മുടെ ഉദ്ദേശം മാറിപ്പോയല്ലോ. നമ്മൾ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത് എന്താണ്? നല്ല കേക്ക് അല്ലേ? അപ്പൊ glowing കേക്ക് എന്ന് ഇട്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എന്തായി പോയി? Did we change the meaning of the sentence to something bad? Yes, but was that our intention? No. So can you just pick up words? Glowing also means sugary, but what level of sugar? A disgusting level of sugar. ചായയില് ഒരു 10 കപ്പ് ഷുഗർ ഇട്ട എന്തായിരിക്കും സ്ഥിതി? ആ സ്ഥിതിയാണ് ഇവിടെ പറയുന്നത്. അന്ന് ഇത് യൂസ് ചെയ്ത തെറ്റിപ്പോയില്ലേ? That is why I'm saying, please do not use such synonyms without a small inspection. Okay, always inspect it and then use them. Okay. So can I use glowing there? No, do not use glowing there. Okay. So it's time to close, and I will be closing with this chapter, that is adjectives. And okay, let's just quickly finish this off. Where does a lawyer? Marissa needs a
part-time
Marissa
job.
needs a productive job, passionate job, innovative job, interesting. Move away from that interesting. Interesting synonyms കണ്ടുപിടി. അപ്പൊ തന്നെ ഫോൺ എടുക്ക്, മടി കാണിക്കാണ്ട് ഫോൺ എടുക്ക്, മൈക്കിന് പ്രസ് ചെയ്യും, say to that mic interesting synonyms. എല്ലാരും, all of you. Fascinating. Okay, Marissa needs a fascinating job. Other words? Satisfactory job. Absorbing job. Very good. Creative job. Engrossing. She was engrossed in her job. Marissa Daniel needs anvil. Engaging would be a better word, not engrossing. Engaging, better word. Okay. Entertaining job. Okay. Exciting job. thrilling job, attractive job, appealing job, impressive job, competitive job, and what else? Now talk about payment. സത്യത്തിലോട്ടോ എങ്ങനത്തെ പേയ്മെന്റ് ആണ് വേണ്ടത്? ഹൈ പേയിങ് ജോബ് അല്ലേ? അതിന് എന്ത് ഹൈ പേയിങ് സെർച്ച് ചെയ്ത് ഹൈ പേയിങ് സിനോണിംസ് search high paying synonyms. A mic the Google will pick up my voice. Huh? Fruitful, okay. Profitable, very good. Gainful, remunerating job. Inivara. Profitable, remunerating, gainful. What else? Money springing job. Okay, money spinning എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കാശ് കറക്കുന്നതാണ്. അപ്പൊ അതിൽ ഉടായ്പുണ്ട് കേട്ടോ, അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു ജോബാണ്. ഓക്കെ, gainful, GAINFUL. Yes, you can. Somebody online money making job. Okay, so all these are our inputs. The dash man found a dash wallet. Use contrasting elements. The dash man,
young man, found a black wallet.
If you use young man, then I am saying use contrasting element. What is the contrast of young? Opposite of young? Old. The young man found a. Can I use a? I have to use an. Right? Oh. The young man found an old wallet. Okay. Now use something else. കാശ് നിറഞ്ഞ ഒരു wallet ചിന്തിച്ച്. How will you say that? Sketchy what man? No, you cannot call it a sketchy wallet. Wallet vara, കാശ് നിറഞ്ഞ wallet. അറിയാ word അറിയാ? കാശ് നിറഞ്ഞ wallet. Overflowing wallet in the tank ആണ്. Overwhelming. No, it is not a desire or it is not something intangible. മനസ്സിലായോ? Vocabulary is weak. കാശ് നിറഞ്ഞ wallet. In Malayalam, in English, rich wallet, a wallet filled with money, a heavy wallet. Simple, it was so simple, right? A heavy wallet. How did I get to know about it? I have read it somewhere. Possibly a children's story. Okay. Okay, so I can also call it a green wallet. Money is usually associated with the color green. So when you say a green wallet, it means that the wallet is filled with cash. Adana adinte uttaram, adinte oru uddesham, oru meaning. A green wallet, okay? Heavy wallet, green wallet, okay? Many other words are there, but I'm not going there. Let's close today's session. So just kind of hurrying up. The dash man found a heavy wallet. Chalo, greedy man. Can I use poor man? The poor man found a heavy wallet. Okay. The downtrodden man. Trodden. TRODDEN, downtrodden man found a heavy wallet. Okay. What else can you call a poor person? Poor person. Dependent. No, not dependent.
Poverty stricken.
Helpless.
Poverty stricken.
Poverty stricken man. Okay.
Deficient.
Online somebody said something.
Deficient. Deficient.
Deficient, not with a man.
Okay.
Destitute
Impoverished.
man. Yes, destitute. A deficient in the pagram, you will use the word destitute.
Okay.
Okay. Deficient man meaning word on a destitute. Okay. The man between jobs. The like that you will put. Okay. The man between jobs found a heavy wallet. Between jobs എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ രണ്ട് ജോബ്സിന്റെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് അപ്പൊ ഇപ്പൊ ജോബ്ലെസ് ആണ് അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെയും പറയാമല്ലോ the jobless man, right? Kareem is a dash friend of mine, close friend of mine. Actually, I wanted to hear this word, close friend of mine. Other words can also be used. Amazing friend of mine, is a crooked friend of mine, is a short-tempered friend of mine, is a amiable friend of mine, friendly friend of mine. Amiable എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ friendly. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Can I get a glass of water? Yes. Anything else?
Honest.
Trustworthy friend of mine. Okay, so many words can be used, right? So what do we do not know in language? Adjectives. We are very weak with them. We know only few adjectives: good, bad, nice. What is not nice? What is not nice? Yeah. അറിയാം യൂസ് ചെയ്യാത്തതുകൊണ്ടാണ് പ്രശ്നം. What is not nice? Harsh. മനസ്സിലായോ? യൂസേജ് ഇല്ല. യൂസേജ് എങ്ങനെ വരും? റീഡിങ് ചെയ്താൽ മാത്രം യൂസേജ് വരത്തുള്ളൂ. റീഡിങ് ആൻഡ് ലിസണിങ്. Okay. Okay. Kareem is a close friend of mine. There is a dash test tomorrow. Surprise test tomorrow. There is a lengthy test tomorrow. There is a short test tomorrow. Right? There is a many types. Okay. When can you come to our dash farm? To our farm. ഒരു ഫാമിനെ കുറിച്ച് ഒന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ച്. എല്ലാവരും ഒന്ന് കണ്ണടിച്ച് ഒരു ഫാമിനെ കുറിച്ച് ഒന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ച്. Cattle farm, okay. Or countryside farm. അല്ലേ countryside ൽ നിൽക്കുന്ന ഫാമിനെ എന്ത് പറയാം? Countryside farm. Or how else can you describe a farm? Huge in the synonyms നോക്കിക്കേ. Huge synonyms. Vast, massive, immense,
Enormous.
enormous പറയാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. hefty പറയാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. Enormous is with things, not with a farm. Massive farm, yes, massive you can say. Huh? Gigantic. Gigantic. I will use with something that has volume, not area. മനസ്സിലായി? സയൻസ് പഠിച്ചവർക്ക് മനസ്സിലായിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. മനസ്സിലായി? Okay, gigantic can be used with volume, not with area. The gigantic universe, the gigantic planet, asteroid. Okay, not land. No. Huh? Yeah. Monumental. You can use, but not very collocation wise. People do not use such a word, right? Have you ever heard somebody say like this? When can you come to our monumental farm? അല്ലേ? അത്ര സെൻസ് നിനക്ക് ഓൾറെഡി ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനത്തെ വേർഡ്സ് നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാണ്ടിരിക്കുക. ശശി തരൂർ ആവാതിരിക്കണേ. Do not become Shashi Tharoor in all of this. He is an idiot for us. who does not know language, who only knows how to show language. Okay. So sometimes I tell my students, be honest. Do not show honesty. Be honest. Okay. സത്യത്തിൽ ഒന്ന് honest ആയി മാറുക. Honesty കാണിക്കാൻ വരല്ലേ ഇവിടെ. So he will learn all these things about me once he start being with me in these classes. Okay. So farm, ठीक है, चलो. Many huge, formidable, something that is so huge that you get afraid of it. The formidable oceans, the formidable Himalayas, the formidable forest, so huge that you are afraid of it. Okay, the formidable Amazon forests produce 1/3 of the oxygen for the planet. It's a fact. Okay, that is a last one. That is a doubtful, confusing, interest. So many times we use interesting, right? Ambiguous. Very good. Ambiguous. Crude. CRUDE. That is a crude question. Yes. When you want to say something to somebody like ningal chodikkunna question atre sabya, like it's not that polite. That is when you will say like this. That is a very crude question. Can you be a little polite? Can you be a bit polite? Can you be a tad polite? All these terms can be used. Okay. Don't ask such crude questions. Right? So somebody that asks such crude questions can be blah 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 blah. This guy, that Goswami, Arnab Goswami. So if you are somebody who has been invited to Arnab Goswami's this thing, you can say, Arnab, be a gentleman and stop asking crude questions on national televisions, on this national television. Right? Isn't that a slap on Arnab? Right? Okay. So like that, let's close today's chapter with Arnab Goswami, the devil among what? Journalists. Okay. So when you are with me in this class, I will be using a lot of phrases like this. Okay. I will be conversing like this. You have to pick up these phrases and start using them in your language also. I'm not doing this to impress you. Okay. I'm doing this so that you learn. Okay. Just because we do not get that exposure to a high-end English or to that level of English, and nobody is explaining that level of English to us, I'm doing that. I'm bridging that gap here through these classes. So these classes are recorded, okay, and these will be put in our this thing as our website, Ask Learning. These classes will be put in Ask Learning as grammar classes, free grammar classes, so that anyone across the globe can go ahead and access these classes. Okay, I'll be sharing it free, these 15 days grammar course. Okay. So that's the intention, and it's not just grammar, it's also vocabulary, it's also phrases, it's a lot of things. Okay, so be participative, and thank you for being a part of the first day of grammar. Thank you. That's all. Any doubts, anyone? No. So just a quick recap, we have covered 3 chapters, that is nouns, articles, determiners, and adjectives. Okay. So today we were going a bit in detail. Tomorrow we will cover personal pronouns, that is unit 4, and few more units, not just unit 4, and verbs. A big area. Okay, we'll cover that tomorrow. Chalo. So that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.